Hello there. Shall we have some fun? These are my antenna. Did you guess? Let's see what I'm pulling in. The name of the journal is Clairsentience Expanding. And it's going back a couple months to March 30th, 2010. It was the first journal of that day. The Mayan day was 8 house or night. What is different here and now? A number of things. They bring me here to write of them, to my precious sounding board, my journal. Yes, it is so much more than that as well, but it is a vital link in revealing me to me, and I love it for that. So, what is different? I am understanding more things, or perhaps just understanding things more deeply. Not sure. This is still a bit hazy. I have two close friends on a par or level with each other we are when it comes to psychic or shamanic gifts, intuitional abilities. I don't like putting words to these things because words are labels and they carry their own baggage with people, with everyone, and that gets in the way of them serving their purpose, which is just to communicate. They're all tied up in strings, all convoluted and misshapen with the baggage they carry for us when we're in head. But moving on, an interesting phenomenon I've noted is that lately, when we, any of the two of us three, are speaking or sharing and we are discussing someone, I notice that person under discussion becomes present. I can begin interacting with them then, the physically absent one. It is curious. Mostly, it depends on the missing third's level of awareness, I think, whether they are rather more consciously there with us or just in spirit, unaware. I have clearly noted, though, some more intuitive ones appear to be consciously present and even interacting and joining in the discussion. It is uncanny, maybe a bit unnerving at times to get used to, just the concept. Certainly interesting at least, something to note down. As you can see, this is not a clear understanding yet at this point, but that's fine. I use the journal to explore just a bit, and if things don't clarify, then I simply leave off. Why is that? Because I know that left in heart, the full answers will arise, and I need not do anything to make that so, but set the intent to have them. The heart does the rest, or something. It will both lead and guide me, letting me know when and if more input is required. More input, you say? Yes, well, sometimes it seems almost to arise as an assignment that I am to go view this or that video, read something of this or that book, in order to move the progression of coming to understanding on. Serendipity just brings it to me, the assignment to read. At times, I come on a gem that will really help clarify something else, that will help me understand. At other times, what I discover as I am doing the assignment is that a further clarification of my own inner being, or emotions, or beliefs, or the like, is what's required. Thus, what I read or I view will lead me within, to where I find myself already doing this work. Do you see? We're all multidimensional. So, the guidance cannot be second-guessed or in any way figured out with the mind. The mind is not able, not capable of joining, or rather of leading in this game. The mind must be follower, necessary and useful, but follower still. It is the heart, ever the heart, that must lead. The heart, though it may not be infallible, does seem to be, in my experience, at least thus far. I find nowhere where it falters or leads me astray. Even those areas where it was not so pleasant to be led, I find bring me presence, bring forth gifts of precious understanding. How could that be wrong? Is there such a thing as wrong? Maybe not. It depends, I suppose, on your will and intent. How are they set? Are you seeking the highest and best outcome for you and for all others? If so, then I suggest you cannot go wrong following your true heart. Oh, the mind can mislead you. And yes, we can at times be misled. It depends, for the most part, or at least some part, on our purity. There's one thing that can't be escaped, as much as folks try or would like to. Wherever you go, there you are. Hello. By that I mean, you bring your very self to whatever you set your hand to. Do you see? In other words, let's say you've put a lot of effort, maybe even put your whole heart or eagerness, your simple sincerity, into perfecting yourself, in walking your path, in finding the way home, capital H. Well then, that's had an effect. That's made you into something that you bring to whatever you do. And likewise, if you've been a bit lazier than that and made rather a muck of things, well, you bring that with you too. It is what it is. The sad news for some is that there is no shortcut home. The road is the road is the road. Interesting that Tao means the way. Maybe that means the road or something like that. It is what it is, and there's just no arguing with it, no bending it to your will, to mine. It is what it is. And the sooner we reckon with this, the sooner we simply accept it, the quicker and better we'll move on. It will really accelerate our path. It certainly has mine. Then we'll have been going with the flow instead of agin it. Thank you, and may your flow be accelerated if that's your desire.